and turn it into a drawing, okay? So hopefully you guys have found at least 3 objects and taken a photo of those 3 objects, or you have them in front of you. For the ease of this project, I have taken the photo and I have it on my iPad. Some things to think about. Do you want it to be closer up or farther away? Any of those choices work. I just like the, objects. Sometimes it's kind of interesting to have them go towards the edges so that you have a nicer, bigger area to focus on, okay? So if you are drawing from life, you're going to be deciding what perspective you want to draw from. If you're drawing from a photo, you are going to be using your photo and drawing your basic shapes onto your final paper. Okay, so today I have this photo and I've chosen this more close-up image. I'm going to be showing you the stippling or pointillism technique first, okay? So with any drawing, we want to start with our contour lines first, okay? So just as we've practiced in our workshops, we are going to find the edge of each object, okay? So I am going to start with my largest object, which is the hat. And I am looking at the basic shape. So for example, an oval creates the top of the hat. A sort of circular shape creates the brim of the hat. Then we have the band going across, okay? Then I have this nice cylinder shape, which is where my paintbrushes are. So thinking of your basic forms as well as we are drawing from life. Okay. So just as I would draw a cylinder, I start with the ellipse or the oval. I draw down to make the sides of the cylinder. In this example, if I pay attention to my contour edge, I am going to draw out slightly. There's a little bit of a shoulder to the jar there. Okay. I'm going to simplify anything in that jar to a basic shape. For example, a circle is this sort of handle thing. A letter U, which sounds silly, but it does help, is going to help me get the base of these brushes, some vertical lines, make my brushes. Okay. I'm watching my horizon, which in a still life is going to be just the edge of your surface. I will not be dealing with the background, and you don't have to deal with the background either. So unless you choose to, unless you think that seems entertaining. So I can notice that I have my objects overlapping, and I have the horizon line, which in this example is the edge of my table that I propped the objects onto. And then I have this little clock shape over here. Okay. So in this first day, you are going to be spending time just getting those basic shapes. All right. I might want to lay out, for example, this kind of a long oval shape for the brush. Okay. If you have, like I chose this complicated pattern because I just thought it would be kind of fun. You do not have to, have like a fabric down, but I thought it seemed like a nice challenge. So that is a choice you could make, or maybe you're going to decide, nope, I don't want to have to worry about the texture. So I'm just going to place these on some like a flat white paper surface to draw from. Okay. And as you can see, I'm just lightly sketching in this interesting little fleur-de-lis shape that's in my lace, and I am breaking it down into 4 circles. Okay. That is all the more complicated it needs to be as far as getting my outline or my contour edges. 4 little circle shapes. It's the little fleur-de-lis sort of pattern that we see there. Okay, so this would be the end of day 1. So you have drawn the contour shapes of your objects.